back here at PAX South 2016, and I'm here with Matt Fantastic, and you really are fantastic.
I do all right.
So this is your first time here at PAX South?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's only the second one.
Yes.
So, but it's great. It's awesome. I love the vibe. The energy is so good. There's so many people that are so excited to be here and just into games. I love the PAXs especially compared to a lot of the tabletop shows. Not that I don't like the tabletop shows like Gen Con or whatever, but here we have so many people that are new to tabletop gaming. We're new to like the depth that exists in tabletop gaming.
Yes.
So I meet so many people that are just like, hey, I really like this one or two games. Like, what have you got?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I get to tell you about this amazing stuff that's so new to you.
Yeah, and there's a ton of stuff out here, and a lot of people think, oh, board games, card games, it's Uno and Monopoly.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's tons more than that, guys.
No, and it's so awesome. We get people that come in and are like, I've never played anything like this before, and I'm like, oh, it's actually totally like cliched and whatever, but like, that's awesome. Like, you love it. Like,
right.
It's really good too as someone who's much more involved day to day in the industry. You know, it's my career. To remember how excited people get still.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I still get excited about games. I still love games. But I also can be like, yeah, I mean, whatever, I've seen that before. I don't really, whatever. That's, yeah, oh, well, look at those beautiful miniatures, or, you know, whatever. Yeah, I guess that's cool. But seeing it through those kind of fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Of just like, yeah, I don't know anything about anything. Tell me.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people come here and think, oh, PAX is just about video games, but there's this whole big, it's really big, the tabletop area, and even from last year here at PAX South, all of the tables were full up. There's hardly any place to find up to do pickup games.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, the thing ultimately is that no one doesn't like fun, and therefore everyone likes at least some game, some kind of game. Especially if you're hearing like video games or whatever. It's just finding the right one. Right. You might not be a tabletop game hobbyist or enthusiast or like super into it, but there are some games that you're gonna like, that you're gonna have a good time with. Nobody doesn't enjoy, you know, sitting around a table with their friends, making jokes, having fun.
Right.
So
how do you compare the other PAX compared to this one?
So it's a little bit smaller, a little bit less hectic. East is completely bananas. It reminds me, Australia was very similar.
Yeah.
Where it was just people that are psyched. Like Australia, I mean, if I think people are psyched here, Australia, they're just like, oh my God, you flew here from America? Like, what? That's crazy. So they're just so excited to like talk to you and to have you feel like, I mean, it's weird because like they deserve to be respected just as much, but they're just like, oh my God, you respect Australia. Like you came to do stuff here. Like that's so cool.
Well, you were going on this big time travel thing.
Yeah, I do a lot of conventions.
Well, last year.
I do a lot of conventions.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing for me is that ultimately this industry is about relationships. It's a small industry. It's really network driven. So from a business standpoint, just going out, meeting people, doing stuff is the way to get stuff done. And then it also is just fun and awesome. Like, I go to play games with people. I'm like, let me check out your new play test. Let me try this. Let me do that. So I'm like,
and then we've made a lot of friends just hanging out and just playing games and drinking a beer.
Exactly. No, exactly. That's exactly it. It's just, like, again, who doesn't like drinking beer? Well, some people don't like drinking beer, but it's like, you know, like I love having a beer, hanging out with my friends, making dumb jokes, like whatever, and that's what it is. Like the industry's small enough, it's like we're a big family.
Yeah.
I have friends that I see on the road more than I see some of my friends at home, just because, especially all con season, it's like every week or two I'm on the road.
Exactly.
Last year I was on the road like over 200 days out of the year.
Wow. So you went to Essen, right?
Yep.
So I've never been. What is that like?
It's great. I mean, Germany's awesome. Like, it's super cool to just be over there. And then just the culture is so much more developed around games. So people are just so used to being excited about games. And they're just like, you can have like people come in and they just buy games. And you go to, you know, like the department stores, game section is better and bigger and more well-stocked with like weird titles than like the average hobby game store in the US.
Yeah.
And that's just at like, you know, their Macy's.
Wow.
Let alone like a game store or something. And plus just generally, I mean, I think the PAXs actually do a really good job of creating a really wonderful, positive atmosphere just among everyone. And that was very much the thing at Essen, where it was just like, yeah, we have like everyone felt like they, for the most part, we're the luckiest people in the world. Like, this is what I'm here for work. Like, I'm here playing games, talking to people.
And that's work, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. Like, I mean, we definitely work very hard, but it's still like, I could be, you know, like a corrections officer or something.
Yeah. And because it's long days when we do things, when we're running games all day or
I haven't
talking
slept.
to people. It's wow.
And actually, my flight tonight is at 5 a.m.
Wow. Is this your first time to San Antonio?
I've been through here playing in a band like somewhere between 12 and 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
A couple times, yeah. But
So what do you think of San Antonio?
oh, I love it. San Antonio's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always been that experience of like, you know, you think of Texas and it's so big. It's not this monolithic thing.
Yeah.
And San Antonio, Austin, especially, I think, are not what I think most people think of when they think of Texas. You know, I mean, San Antonio is great because I think there's like such a strong Mexican culture and influence that it feels almost like I am like in another country or another world. You know, I mean, it's pretty far from where I live in the New York area, but it definitely here. It's like all the mission churches and stuff. It reminds me of San Diego a lot.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people think, oh, you're from Texas. You have a horse? I don't have a horse.
Yeah.
How come you don't speak with a draw? I was like, I don't have one.
Yeah, no, it's a great city. Like I love the little river walk. It reminds me of being at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Hanging out outside like in you know, like New Orleans Square or whatever.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I really appreciate you talking with me. It's been great seeing you again.
Yeah.
You're going to be at Gen Con.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll definitely be at Gen
we'll
Con.
be there.
I got GTS coming up. I got Toy Fair in 2 weeks.
What's the next thing going on with you?
So
Have anything new in the pipeline?
Yeah, so I'm really excited. So Prettiest Princess Games is really starting to take off. I started focusing a lot more energy on my own designing as well as my publishing of other people's stuff. So we have You Mad Bro coming out really soon. Glamazons is finally going to actually be out into people's hands.
Nice.
We finally got the art sorted on that. We have a game called Very Busy Business Person that I'm very excited about. It uses an app, and it uses this weird individual timing mechanism where the same thing is happening, but at different times and for different amounts of times to each player, using an app on your phone. I got Unmasked Dracula's Feast, which is the first in a series of games that Peter Hayward did. He does a lot of stuff actually with Greater Than Games, and I signed that when I was down at PAX Australia, and you know, he's shown it to me, and it was great. And Greater Than's schedule was just too full, and picked that up, so that's super exciting.
That's some great stuff, yeah, definitely.
I got in this box. Leaping Lemmings is a great game, but I am using the box for the Unicorn or Harvest of Souls playtest copy, and that's some other people have been looking at and pretty excited about that I wouldn't publish, but that I designed.
Yes.
So that's really cool. I don't know, just everything.
Yeah.
I'm opening a board game cafe in a few weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where's that going to be?
In New Haven, Connecticut.
Cool.
It's like 2 miles from my house. It's great.
That's perfect.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Why not? Just go hang out.
Well, it's perfect too because my partners are really good at running a coffee shop. And I just have to do the game side.
Very nice. Perfect.
So it's like a perfect fit. Yeah, exactly. It's like I know how to do that really well.
Yeah.
I don't know jack shit about making coffee. But that makes a lot of money so that you can like kind of it all works really well together. So I'm super excited about that.
Very good. Well, I'm excited about it. I'm sure y'all are excited about it. But again, thanks. Thanks again, Matt.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
I'm Vince. This is Matt. Geek Out SA.